go to any Christian bookstore, you're going to find dozens and dozens of books on marriage. Self-help books, books with instruction for young couples, engaged couples, how to prepare for marriage, practical strategies for conflict resolvement, and all kinds of things regarding married life and the state of marriage. But what often doesn't get discussed in books about marriage or lectures about marriage is the question of spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare has to do with the attack on marriage and the family that's being made not just by earthly enemies such as secularism, right, and consumerism and materialism, but the spiritual attack on marriage and the family being made by the devil himself, by Satan, who wants to destroy marriages, who wants to destroy the family so that he can confuse the world about the gospel and the message of Christ's love. So in this Bible study on marriage and family, I did something different than you'll find in most books on marriage. I focused our attention on the question of spiritual warfare and the effects that the spiritual attack of the devil has on marriage in the pages of the Bible. And when you start to look at marriage and family in Scripture carefully, you're going to notice something interesting. From the very beginning, from the very first pages of Genesis, chapter 2 and 3, the family has been under spiritual attack. The devil tries to destroy Adam and Eve's relationship with one another and to destroy the peace of their family. And it happens over and over again in the Old Testament, for example, in the book of Tobit, a famous story of Tobias and Sarah and their marriage that was attacked by a demon, all the way through to Christ in the church and to St. Paul's teaching to young Christian couples in the book of Ephesians, where he goes into great detail about the spiritual battle that all Christians are called to, but in the context of Christian marriage. So if you've been married for any length of time, or if you've had a family, you'll know, you can feel the fact that your family is under attack. Accusations, misunderstandings, lies, even adultery in some cases. All of these things have served in the past decades to tear the family apart. And it's nothing new, because Satan's been trying to destroy the family since the beginning of human history. So what do we do about it? How do we respond to it? In this Bible study on marriage, family, and spiritual warfare, I try to show you the tools that sacred scripture teaches us about how to fight the good fight for our families and to fight the battle against the invisible forces that threaten to undermine our love for one another. So this talk is particularly important for parents, especially for fathers, and for anyone who is either contemplating marriage or maybe having troubles in your marriage, or maybe you just want to grow in married life and make your home a domestic church. That's what the church teaches, that the family is the domestic church. And just like the universal church, the devil is always going to attack the church, and he's always attacking the family. So we need to go back to Scripture, find the tools to help us, and use them in our battle against the wickedness and the snares of the evil one.